Okay, so let me just start by saying no, Goku did not absorb God Ki into his base form. He got a power up from having a fight with Beerus, and he was able to use the God Ki in small bursts in his base form. So he was able to basically tap into God Ki in his base form from time to time. So if he wanted to punch somebody, he could momentarily tap into that God Ki strength and hit someone with that power. But it does not mean that he absorbed God Ki into his base form. Now, Toriyama said that he did absorb God Ki into his base form, but that was contradicted immediately when Goku transformed again into Super Saiyan Blue. And it was left up to us, once again, the fan base, and also a few people at, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Toei, but it was up to us again to make sense of things because Toriyama has lost his fucking mind and doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He literally thought Super Saiyan 2 was Super Saiyan 3 and forgot that he made Super Saiyan 2. Toriyama's forgotten a lot of things. But anyway, no. Let's just get that out of the way, that Goku did not absorb God Ki into his base form. He still needs to transform into a Super Saiyan God to tap into that power, and he still needs to transform into a Super Saiyan Blue. This was shown in the TOP arc in the Tournament of Power. He's fighting Kefla, and he's basically showing her all of his transformations, and he's going through Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, God, and Blue. He does this with Jiren as well. He goes through all of them. All of these forms are different. They're not the same. Each form gets stronger as the level goes up. It's not as if he absorbed God Ki into his base form. So that argument right there completely changes everything from Chuck's video, if you ask me, because he's basically trying to say that after Goku fought Beerus, the very same God Ki that he was fighting Beerus with was basically his new base form, which means that his new base form would be able to cause a universal a microcosm clash in his base form if he wanted to fight Beerus in his base form. So by that logic, that's basically what he's saying. And by that logic, you're saying to me that base form DBS Goku in the revival of F arc is able to cause a vibration that could disrupt the entire microcosm and possibly cause destruction to the universe in his base form, which is completely false. That is false. That is not true at all. Goku cannot do that. He can't do that same feat if he's not in Super Saiyan God form. He can't do that in his base form. So that right there proves that no, he did not get that much of a power boost to his base form. You know, another piece of evidence that is going to further back me up on this point is that Frieza, okay, this guy Frieza trained for 4 months, and he's able to put the beat down on Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now, I know some people are going to come at me with, oh, you know, well, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was dominating the fuck out of him because Goku wasn't, you know, being really serious. But I don't really see that as a big, I don't see that as a defining factor at all, because if Golden Frieza is able to compete with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and have the fight that they had, there's no way that he's that much weaker. I've seen people argue on YouTube, well-known YouTubers, that Golden Frieza was actually stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I don't know about Vegeta, but I've seen plenty of people say that. That's actually pretty much the common consensus at this point. So this guy Frieza trains for 4 months, and he's able to put the beat down on Super Saiyan Blue Goku in his golden form, alright? Now here's where one thing that Chuck gets right is that in the video he does scale Omega Shenron as low multiversal because he literally just exists, and his very aura is causing a is having a negative effect on the entire universe, basically. By him existing, he was slowly destroying the entire universe. It wasn't him trying to destroy the universe with his power. It was just by him existing alone. His very presence was causing issues, and it was deteriorating the entire universe. Even the Kais were afraid. They were worried that they'd get wiped away too if he continued to exist. It wasn't like he was having a clash with anyone. So, I mean, you could technically compare that to Goku in Super Saiyan God having a clash with Beerus. And you could compare that and say that Omega's feat is actually a more impressive feat because he's not actually fighting, he's just existing, and his very existence is deteriorating the entire universe. Then you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who manages to blow a hole through Omega Shenron's chest, and Chuck scales him at as close to low multiversal as well, which is pretty accurate because the Dragon Fist is able to take down fighters who are way stronger than Goku. And Goku was actually doing pretty well against Omega Shenron. Even when he was getting beat down, he was still putting up a great fight. You know, it wasn't like it was absolutely one-sided. You know, he was still holding his own. So, you know, to me, where things are completely fucking bogus is towards the 11-minute mark when we start to scale Golden Frieza, and he says that Golden Frieza would essentially mollywop Super Saiyan 4 Goku because of him being able to throw hands with a base form DBS Goku. But that is completely irrelevant because, like I stated before, Super Saiyan Goku does not have the power of a Super Saiyan God in his base form. He does not. He's able to tap into it. He's able to tap into that strength from his base form, and he possibly could have gotten a power-up because he was training with Vegeta. So he probably did get a power-up, but that's complete bullshit. So to me, the fight between Goku and Frieza is pretty much even in my eyes. And if anything, I would say that Super Saiyan 4 Goku would have more of an upper edge, more of the edge in the battle because, number one, he's able to absorb ki attacks and make it his own power, just like he did with the Revenge Death Ball. He literally stood there and tanked it and absorbed it. Now, I know that he was already stronger than Baby at this point, so you could say that if the person that he was fighting was stronger than him, he might not be able to absorb that ki. But we've seen in DBS, Goku has absorbed, MUI is essentially in the anime an absorbed Spirit Bomb, which was way stronger than Goku, but his body, I guess, had some type of defense mechanism and he ended up unlocking MUI from taking the force of that Spirit Bomb. But, I mean, with Super Saiyan 4, I mean, he absorbed the entire Revenge Death Ball, which was able to send Goku into another dimension from the shockwaves of it. The shockwaves of that energy blast alone were able to essentially send people into alternate dimensions. I mean, we see in DBS Dragon Ball Super Broly, when Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta fights with Broly, they start to clash fists and they start ripping holes in the dimension. It's basically the same exact thing that happens with Baby Vegeta. So, you know, I just want to put that out there so that people remember that Baby Vegeta's Revenge Death Ball was, in fact, a dimensional, was able to rip holes into dimensions. You know, I know that Super Boo did that in the Time Chamber, but I'm just reminding people that don't forget that that feat is something that is very much overlooked, and it's pretty fucking insane. If you look at Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he was getting mollywopped by Baby Vegeta in his Super Saiyan 1 form. And then when we go further into GT, we see Super Saiyan 1 Goku going up against Super 17, having an pretty even fight, even though Majub was comparable to Super Baby Vegeta and was getting destroyed and getting his ass kicked by Super 17, along with Super Saiyan Vegeta. So, you know, just putting that out there that Super Saiyan 4, Goku has had a lot of massive power leaps in GT, and it's been clearly shown. And I'm just saying that, you know, for a character like Frieza, who trained for 4 months, which is fucking ridiculous, to be able to put hands on Super Saiyan Blue Goku and fuck him up the way that he did, there's no way in hell that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be outclassed. I think it's going to be pretty much even battle. I do think Super Saiyan 4 stomps simply because of the Dragon Fist. Number one. Number two, because Goku is able to absorb ki, depending on how strong the opponent is, and make it his own. Number three, Goku's able to absorb ki from the people around him and obtain full power Super Saiyan 4. Number four, Goku's Super Saiyan 4 body is able to create immunity to certain ki waves if it's used on him more than once. So if he survives a ki wave from Frieza, and Frieza tries to use it a second time, it's not going to work on Super Saiyan 4. To me, GT is just broken, and Super Saiyan 4 is just really overpowered. And the way I see it is, people don't want to admit how overpowered Super Saiyan 4 is, okay? Because it's just insane how he's using this form throughout all of GT. He doesn't unlock any new form, and each enemy that he fights is way in a whole different class than the last, and he's still able to compete with these fighters up until Omega Shenron, at least. It just blows my fucking mind. And don't even let me get into the whole thing with Goku destroying Sugoroku space in his base form. Now, I know that all this stuff was already covered in the Chuck video, but I'm just reminding people out there who simply don't watch GT or don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they just assume that Dragon Ball Super characters are so insanely powerful, which they are strong, but they are not that powerful. I mean, God Ki has been proven completely ineffective and useless against characters that have normal ki. Frieza does not have God Ki. Let me say it again. He does not have God Ki, and he's able to contest and beat the shit out of Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Hit does not have God Ki. Jiren also does not have God Ki, but he is considered to be the strongest mortal. So I could go on and on and on and on. You know, there's nothing special about God Ki, and when people want to do these videos on GT characters versus Super characters, it's really hard to kind of make videos like that, because people immediately just kind of make Super Saiyan God so OP when it's really not. You know, I just don't get how people are able to defend the inconsistencies of DBS. You know, it's just fucking crazy. You know, 4 months of training and God Ki is basically useless. All the training that Goku and Vegeta did on Beerus's planet was completely useless if Frieza was able to train for 4 months and already be throwing hands with them and being on par with them. It just doesn't make sense. And you know, not to mention, Ultimate Gohan trained with Piccolo for about, what, a month at max? 2 weeks to a month? And he was able to fight with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and take a couple of hits off of Kaioken times 20 Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. You know, I don't have to, I'm not going to sit here and keep going on and on, but, you know, clearly that was a big mistake on Chuck's part, and it was false to assume that Goku absorbed God Ki into his base form, because he did not absorb God Ki into his base form. Another thing is that he tries to take statements about Beerus being the strongest out of all the enemies. He tries to use that statement to say that Beerus is stronger than every enemy previously, which means even Omega Shenron is lumped into that. And that is also irrelevant, because once again, if that 5-dimensional power was as special as it was, regular Ki users would not be able to beat the shit out of God Ki users, and it wouldn't be proven so useless in the anime. Now, that's what I have to say about the situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you Team Super Saiyan 4? Are you Team Golden Frieza? Don't get me wrong, I love Golden Frieza, but my boy Goku's got this one in the bag. Super Saiyan 4 is just too powerful, it's too OP, and you just can't go wrong with the Dragon Fist. There are too many instances where Super Saiyan 4 has proven to be the superior transformation, and it's been proven to be reliable. And overall, I just see the facts as they are, and that's how I see it, guys. I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku stomps Golden Frieza. Once again, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more videos done on GT characters, and hopefully I can start making more hypothetical videos just like Chuck. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I'm hoping that I can put out more content for you guys as soon as possible once I get my new setup. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are blessed, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.